All right. Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to First 15 at 8:15. I have not spoken to you since Wednesday because of the Jewish holidays, so we've had the Jewish New Year. Although I did have First 15th, and we'll continue to do that, thanks to Bruce Coker from downstate New York. Where's he from? Rockland County. Keller Williams agent, who has been gracious enough to help us out when I'm out. All right. 13 questions to begin your 2015 business planning. You know, it's the very end of September, and tomorrow I think we'll talk about goals for September. But as we get into October, I always start our business planning process, and you might want to start, and I think it's natural to start thinking about 2015. So we're going to go over these same questions thoroughly in more detail. You're going to get workbooks on these, those of you that are coaching clients. This is the structure of our business planning for 2015. So today, I want you to just get your pen and paper ready, or your tablet, because we're going to go over it in a few moments. So relax and find something to write on or something to write with. We are going to cover 13 questions to begin your 2015 business planning. So, as I said, get your paper and pen or tablet and be ready to make a few notes to prepare for your best possible 2015. And I'm so pleased and so proud to say that every year, nearly all of my one-on-one coaching clients have record years, and many of you who are in the group coaching who follow what we say absolutely have blowout years, have some of your best years ever, and it's because of the path we follow, and that starts with the plan. So get your papers ready. Let's take this to heart. And as always, we're going to cover a lot. We're not going to cover all 15, is it 15 today? All 13 questions today. I think we're going to cover the first 6, but that's still a lot. So always watch during these first 15 webinars for the one thing from today's webinar that you're going to want to remember for today. And you probably will remember it longer if you remember it for today, so make a note of it, that you will keep it in mind and remember it for the day. And also, make a note, I want you to memorize these. These are the 4 skill sets of your business. I want you every day to be aware, to be mindful. That's why I remind you of it every day. That you want to have control over your mindset and attitude. That you want to build your system on routines, build your business on routines and systems. That you want to be aware of your goals and focus on your goals and progress so useless things don't distract you. And to continually strengthen your tactical skills. And if you're not working on all of those, then there's going to be a missing link in your business that is going to cause you to struggle more than necessary. Now, I'm adding a new one today. So I have 4 of these Tommy Hopkins affirmations. You might write them down. If you want a copy of them, you can, you know what, maybe I'll have them posted as one of the resource materials. This one says, I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I fail and keep trying. I'm going to read that again because that was read so poorly, because I was thinking, some of you may not know Tom Hopkins. Tom Hopkins was the original in the 1970s national real estate trainer, really the first one who took his show on the road around the country and taught real estate training. And those of you and those of us that were fortunate enough to learn from Tommy firsthand, it was really a lot of fun. And he had you memorize these 6 or 7 affirmations. Here we go again. I'm going to go through the next 3. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I fail and keep trying. The second one says, I never see failure as failure, but only as a learning experience. I love that one. So many times when things didn't work out, when I lost a deal, when I made a mistake and it cost me, I never see failure as failure, but only as learning experience. And then I never see failure as failure, but only as the negative feedback I need to change the course in my direction. I never see failure as failure, but only as the negative feedback I need to change the course in my direction. And the new one for today, I never see failure as failure, but only as the opportunity to develop my sense of humor. And Tommy was a lot of fun, and we memorized these, and they became the foundation from our business. If anyone remembers learning those back with Tommy in the 70s and 80s, or even the 90s, or even now, because this stuff is online, let me know. All right, This is an overview of the 13 questions that will begin your 2015 business planning. We're going to cover the first 6 today, and these are the full 13. Your business why, your mindset flaws that may get in your way, how you spend the first 10 minutes of each business day, and how you spend the first hour, what you do with things that you need to do every week, and what you need to do with things that are untimed 3 times per month. What you keeping track of your goals, sales under contract, income, listing, and appointment goals. And then looking at your tactical skills, your strengths and your weaknesses. And if you notice, 1 and 2 are mindset and attitude. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are routines and systems. 7, 8, 9, and 10 are goals and progress. And 11, 12, and 13 are your tactical skills. So let's get started. First of all, your business why. This is where you might want to make some notes as we go through. Here's the question to answer. Answer it quickly now. It may be the same answer as you answered if you've done this with me before. It may be different. Just quickly off the top of your head. What difference would it make in your life? What difference would it make to you to sell enough real estate to earn an extra, let's say, $50,000 per year? Or if $50,000 wouldn't make a difference to you, maybe it's $100,000. Maybe it would make a difference to make an extra 20. Not the core amount. Let's say you're going to make 40 or 50 anyway, an extra 50 or an extra 100. Whatever the right number is for you that would really make a difference, whatever number that is, what difference would it make? Make a note of that. Now, maybe money's not the motivator. Maybe you've got a spouse and inheritance. You're not doing this for the money. If not, then what difference would it make to you to be number 1 or the top 10 in your company, if that's what motivates you? Or just to be recognized as competent, as one of the top agents, or to be accepted by the group who are considered successful agents, if that's what motivates you. Or perhaps your motivation is, what difference would it make to feel secure in the business? Just to feel secure, to be comfortable, perhaps financially, perhaps socially comfortable, or maybe just to be comfortable because of your own self-respect or in any way that would be important to you. So whichever of those things may touch you, make a note right now of your business why. Now, this can be a rather serious one. Okay, I get personal on this one, and I want you to get personal with yourself. No one has to see this but you. No one has to know this but you. Do you have a consistent negative thought that you know is not healthy to your success? And if so, what is it? Do you have a negative thought? Because we'll learn as we go through the business planning how to shift that. Right now, I just want you to identify, your negative thought that limits your success. Do you have a negative emotion that you experience regularly, especially when you're feeling stressed? So you're feeling stressed and you get angry, or you just feel apathetic and withdrawn, or you feel confused, or you feel sad or frustrated, and often you take those things out on the people who you care about most. Do you have a negative emotion that might be a mindset flaw? Do you have any habitual behavior, something you do that you feel wastes time? Do you drink alcohol every day? Do you do recreational drugs every day, or gamble, or watch pornography, or have a lot of favorite programs on TV, or spend so much time online that you just wonder if one of these things is the best use of your time, and you feel like they may be, or maybe you know that they are, getting in your way, or any other activity that may take your attention so much away from the business that it reduces your effectiveness in the business? If so, make a note. If it's personal, keep it in your mind. But is that something you want to address in your 2015 business planning? And then the first 10 minutes. What do you do in the first 10 minutes of your workday? The first 10 minutes that you get to your desk, or that you walk into the office, that first 10 minutes that you walk into the office, that first 10 minutes that get to your desk. And is there something more productive that you'd like to be doing? And if so, what might be more productive that you'd like to be doing in that first 10 minutes? So take a quick look at those first 3, your business why, a possible mindset flaw, your first 10 minutes. And I promise you, as you go through this, you're going to start hitting on the things that may make the difference for you. And then the first hour of your workday. What do you do in the first hour of your workday? Do you do something consistently? If not, it would be a benefit. Do you think it would be a benefit for you to do something consistently in your first hour? Or in the first hour that you enter the office, the first hour that you hit your desk? Not the first hour of your day when you shower and get ready, but the first hour of your workday. And is there something more productive that you'd like to be doing? And if so, what might that be? What might you do? And we cover all these things, of course, on the first 15. I remind you of some of these nearly every day. But now is the time to examine whether, as we approach the new year and even before the new year to get a head start, if you want to really decide that now is the time to effect some change in these things, today we're just identifying them. Today and tomorrow. Today the first 6, and then tomorrow the rest of the first 13. And every week, what are the things that you do in your business every week but not daily? You know, you may do some of them more than once a week, but not daily. For instance, every week you give feedback to your sellers. Do you check on mortgage progress for your buyers? Do you blog weekly or not every day? Do you post on social networks? Do you work on your marketing or advertising? Do you prospect, but not every day, but once a week or more? Do you send referral gifts or thank you gifts? What are some of the things that you do every week, but not necessarily every day? And then the question is, what days of the week and what times of those days, you know, Mondays at 9 a.m., Tuesdays at 9 a.m., what days of the week and what times of those days do you have scheduled for these activities? And those of you who've heard me say these things before, you ought to either be smiling and saying, I know what Rich is talking about. I do those things, and they've made a difference in my business, a huge difference. Or you may say to yourself, you know, I've heard this before, and if you have that thought, I promise you this is a weakness. Or you have the thought, man, I've heard that so many times before, it is time for me to start taking these things on and making the changes that are going to make a difference in my business. And the last one for today, 3 times per month. So here's the question. This is what we call task systems. What you do more than 3 times per month that you do not yet have systematized or checklisted. What do you do more than 3 times a month? So you don't do it too regularly, but more than 3 times a month. I'll give you some examples in a second, that you don't have systemized or checklisted. For instance, the way you prepare for listing presentations, the way you schedule showings for buyers, the way you show houses, the way you negotiate offers, the way you conduct inspections. These aren't time-bounded. Okay, these are things that you do regularly when they come up, but not necessarily on a schedule. These are activities that are unscheduled. They come up as they happen. So do you have systematized ways to do these things for your consistency and your quality of business and your peace of mind? So that's today's first 6. I put them in gray over on the left of the systems for your business. And again, throughout the year we cover each of these. We remind, review, reinforce each of these in your business so that you can just get better and better and better and better. And tomorrow we'll cover the next 6, and then on Wednesday we're going to cover tactical skills because that one's going to take a day by itself. So what one thing did you hear today that you'll take away from today's first 15 that you'll want to keep in mind for the day? Which one of the notes you made will you want to keep in mind for the day? If you have a chance, you can send it to me or message it to me. And then 2 more days. I told you that I would do this with you, that I'd remind you every day from when we started in August until through the end of September to make 5 or whatever the chosen number of minimum prospecting contacts a day that's going to make a difference in your business. And if you're making those contacts and not getting the appointments, get on our live calls. We have live calls Mondays and Wednesdays at 8:30 and 11:30 Eastern. Mondays and Wednesdays, 8:30 and 11:30 Eastern. And on Fridays, we have a special live call at 11:30 where we cover internet marketing and social media. And I have a guest expert on that, Kayla. So hug the ones you love. Make a great day. Make a sale. Have a good, strong finish to September. Pull together what you can so that you hit your goals, exceed your goals in October. Hug the ones you love. Make a sale. Make a great day.